This is the story of Up. Let's begin now.
What you are now witnessing is footage never...
Many years ago, a little boy named Carl Fredrickson sat in a movie theater. He wore a flight helmet and goggles on his head. He stared up at the black and white screen in awe. There, larger than life, was his hero, Charles Muntz. Charles Muntz was a world-famous explorer. He watched as Muntz sailed away to South America in his custom-made airship called the Spirit of Adventure. Muntz, along with his faithful dogs, was on a mission to capture a creature known as the Monster of Paradise Falls. Muntz told the news reporters that adventure was out there. Carl hoped that someday he would do the same thing. He wanted to be an adventurer just like Charles Muntz. Later that afternoon, Carl had written the words, "The Spirit of Adventure," on a blue balloon. He imagined it was his airship and that he was Charles Muntz on a daring expedition. He flew his imaginary airship down the sidewalk of the street where he lived. Suddenly, he heard...
Adventurers out there! Look out! Mount Rushmore! Hard to starboard! Let's get the Spirit of Adventure over Mount Rushmore!
Carl stopped in his tracks. That was exactly what Charles Muntz always said. The voice seemed to come from inside an old empty house. All of its windows were boarded up and the grass around it hadn't been mowed in quite some time. Carl looked to the roof of the house and saw a weather vane being pulled by ropes. Carl cautiously made his way up the front steps. Spirit of Adventure was hand-painted across the broken-down front door. Carl crept inside to investigate. There, he saw a girl with red hair. Just like him, she wore a flight helmet and goggles over her eyes. She was steering an old bicycle wheel, pretending to fly her own make-believe airship. He looked around. She had made the home into some kind of clubhouse. On one of the walls, she had newspaper clippings of articles about Charles Muntz. Suddenly, she jumped in front of him.
What are you doing? Ah! Don't you know this is an exclusive club? Only explorers get in here. Not just any kid off the street with a helmet and a pair of goggles. Do you think you got what it takes? Well, do you? Yeah,
She quickly recognized the spirit of an adventurer in Carl.
All right, you're in. Welcome aboard.
She fastened a pin made from a grape soda bottle cap to his shirt.
You and me, we're in a club now. My name's Ellie.
Carl was fascinated. Later that night, Ellie surprised Carl at his house.
Hey, kid! Thought you might need a little cheering up. I got something to show you.
She was hiding something behind her back.
I am about to let you see something I have never shown to another human being. Ever in my life. You will have to swear you will not tell anyone. Cross your heart. Do it.
Carl crossed his heart. She pulled out a handmade book.
My adventure book.
It had a map of South America and pictures of Charles Muntz.
When I get big, I'm going where he's going. South America. It's like America, but south. Wanna know where I'm gonna live? Paradise Falls. A land lost in time.
Ellie pointed to a picture she had drawn of her clubhouse.
I'm gonna move my clubhouse there and park it right next to the falls.
She flipped to a page marked, "Stuff I'm Going to Do." The pages after that were blank.
I'm saving these pages for all the adventures I'm gonna have. Only, I just don't know how I'm gonna get to Paradise Falls.
Carl looked at a toy model airship he had hanging from his ceiling.
That's it! You can take us there in a blimp. Swear you'll take us. Cross your heart. Cross it! Cross your heart!
Carl did so by making an X shape over his heart.
You promised. No backing out. Adventure is out there! Wow.
He thought Ellie was quite a girl. When Carl and Ellie grew up, they got married. They moved into the old place that had been their clubhouse. It was still old and run down, but they fixed it up to look just like the drawing in Ellie's adventure book. But they couldn't become adventurers right away. They had to save up money for their dream. So both of them started jobs at the zoo. Carl sold balloons from a cart. Ellie looked after South American animals. Even still, they were happy together. They saved all their spare change in a jar, hoping they would eventually have enough money for their dream trip. But it was hard to save enough. Years passed. Carl and Ellie slowly got older. Finally, they had saved enough money for the trip. But before they could go, Ellie passed away. Carl kept everything in their home just as Ellie liked it, so that it would always remind him of her. But it wasn't the same. He missed Ellie. Year after year, Carl's house stayed the same, but he continued to get older. He used a cane with 4 tennis balls stuck to the bottom to help him walk. All around him, things were changing, especially the neighborhood he lived in. It was all under construction for new, taller buildings that towered over Carl's little house. He'd sit on his front porch and look around him. All he saw were bulldozers and dump trucks. He used his leaf blower to get rid of all the dust. The builder of the new high-rises wanted to buy Carl and Ellie's house so he could tear it down, too. But Carl refused to sell it. The house meant too much to him. All this change made Carl miss Ellie even more. One day, it was a boy in a junior Wilderness Explorer uniform. The boy opened up his Wilderness Explorer manual and started to read.
Good afternoon. My name is Russell, and I am a Wilderness Explorer in Tribe 54, Sweat Lodge 12. Are you in need of any assistance today, sir?
No.
I could help you cross the street.
No.
I could help you cross your yard.
No.
I could help you cross your porch.
No.
Carl listened behind the door.